Ublaloatak, Kanuik Pizzy. Today is Wednesday. What day? All day today. Let's be responsible. Always try, do our best, cooperate with others, and let's treat everyone with respect, including ourselves. Let's do our quick review of types of decision making. Impulsive decision making. What do you think? Yep, that's right. It's fast. You don't have time to think. Alrighty, let's go for emotional decision making. Oh, you got that right away. Yes, indeed. When our decision is based on our mood at the moment. Okay, thinking ahead to make a decision. You imagine the future. Right on, that's right. You ask yourself, what is going to happen in the future? And pros and cons, there we go. We list the pros, we list the cons, and that gives us a deeper sense of how to decide. Today, we'll do another round of gathering information to help us make a good decision. Our topic today is a hunter safety class that will be offered to students. I wonder if that's something some of you would like to take. We're going to take a look at what the class is all about as we gather more information to make a decision. We'll start by looking at some of the materials. So, there's a book involved. It's kind of like a magazine called Hunt Alaska. There's a manual involved. Let's see. This says Today's Hunter in Alaska Study Manual, a guide to hunting responsibly and safely. And then we have, this looks like it's a workbook. A workbook. Anybody getting curious? Should we dig deeper for more information? Let's start with this magazine, shall we? Let's see if there's anything we like in here. Well, there's a page on navigation equipment. That sounds pretty interesting. I see here a picture of a GPS and a map. And there's also a page on Alaska's hunting regulations. Hunting regulations, seasonal hunts, registration permit hunts. I think that's stuff we need to know too. It doesn't look super exciting to read all this, but it definitely sounds like important information. There's about 30 pages in this book, full of interesting information. Let's take a look at the study manual. What kind of things are we going to learn in this class? Okay, I see there's a page about parts of the rifle and different kinds of rifles. Then there's a page on how to clean a rifle or a handgun. Well, that sounds pretty important. And now take a look at this. This is something called the bore of a gun. Look at these things. Does anybody understand this? It looks like they sort of twist around. Rifling causes the bullet to spiral. I don't really understand this. I wonder if anybody else does here. Then we have info about ammunition, different types of rifle and handgun cartridges. Oh, and here's sight alignment. How to line up your sight. How to figure out your dominant or master eye. And then there's some information on the maximum point range. Okay, here we are shooting, and we goes wow. You can estimate how far you can hunt with your trajectory of your gun and your range of your gun. Oh boy. Choosing the proper shot angle, where you're going to try to shoot for different animals. Even for a moose. Then we have ways to lead the target. I've never heard of that. Oh boy, this looks kind of hard to understand. Lead and steel shot and choke or shot string, distances. That might be tricky for me to understand. Then there's different ways that you hold your gun based on the circumstances. Being able to read different animal tracks. And wow, look at this graph. It reminds me of a high school science class I saw once. This is about the carrying capacity of the animals based on, wow, this is pretty interesting. I wonder how much work is in this workbook. Okay, let's take a look at what's in the workbook and see how hard we think this might be and if we might be able to do it. What are some things we'd have to know? Oh, different ways to stand and hold a gun. I remember that. I bet I could figure that out. And identifying some animal tracks. Yeah, there was information. I could do that. How to sight in your gun. I bet I could look in the manual and figure out how to answer those. Gun parts. Yeah, I remember that page. I could use that page and figure out the names of all these gun parts. Oh, look at this. Different types of guns. Yeah, let me see. Right there, this one. You know, I don't even know the names of these. I don't know much about guns, but I bet I could use that book and figure it out. I might learn a lot. Well, that was pretty interesting. We learned a lot about the hunter safety class. You know, JJ is the instructor. He's going to take 12 students from 7th grade and up, and you have to get a parental permission form in order to enroll. And you have to do some reading outside of class to figure out some stuff. You'll learn all about hunting regulations and safety. So if you're interested and you're in 7th grade and up, you can consider taking this class now that you have more information. It's limited to 12 students. Well, we just gathered a lot of information about the hunter safety class. There's going to be a lot of things in the future that you might decide you want to try or you're interested in, or you might want to attend or go to. And I hope you take the time to gather information so you can make your own choice about what you want to do. Have an awesome Wednesday, everyone.